Hi everyone, in this video we're going to identify and use fraction operations. So here I see I have two fractions and a subtraction sign in between, so I need to subtract these two fractions. But before I do, I must find the least common denominator, or the LCD. That's the smallest number both of those numbers will go into. We can do that by listing out the multiples of the denominators, 7 and 10. So 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 9 is 63. And 7 times 10 is 70. And I can keep going, but I'm going to stop there for now. Now I can start with 10. 10 times 1 is 10. 10 times 2 is 20. 10 times 3 is 30. 10 times 4 is 40. 10 times 5 is 50. 10 times 6 is 60. 10 times 7 is 70. And I can see that number is in common with both of those denominators, and that's the first one I see, so that is the least common or the smallest number for both of those. Now for the 7, I'm going to count how I got to the 70. 1 times 7 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 times 10 gave me 70. Now, if you can do that one in your head, that's fine. You could just say 7 times, whoops, that was not 70. 7 times 10 gives me 70. And I multiply the numerator and the denominator so that that fraction stays equivalent. So that becomes, and I will just rewrite that over here, negative 6 times 10 is negative 60, and 7 times 10 is 70. And that's good because that's the common denominator we wanted. Now I'm going to do the 10 down here, and this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 10 is 70. And so here I'm going to multiply this by 7. And some of you can do that one in your head as well. So the 10 times 7 is 70 for the denominator, and 7 times 7 is 49 for the numerator. And I have a subtraction sign, so I'll copy that down as well. All right, so now I have a common denominator, which means I can add or subtract these fractions, and the denominator is the same least common denominator of 70. So I have negative 60 minus 49. I am actually going to change this to add the opposite so that it helps me see what I'm the operations here. And I can always do that with the negative sign. That's just like saying I'm multiplying it by a negative. So really I have negative 60 and I am adding a negative 49. This gives me a negative 100, I want that in blue, a negative 109 over 70. And this is my final answer. I could also change this to a mixed number as well because this is an improper fraction. To do that, we would just divide the numerator, 109, and don't worry about that negative. We'll put it in front of whatever we get. And divide it by the denominator. 70 goes into 109 one time. 109 subtract 70 gives me 39 as a remainder. So this is one whole time with 39 as a remainder over 70, and I can rewrite it as this mixed number. But don't forget that negative sign. And now I have two ways of writing the answer for negative 6/7 minus 7/10 as the improper fraction of negative 109 over 70 and negative 139/70.